Hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Gini.
Thank you, my honorable.
Adadiolama.
Thank you so much.
Hold it down, my people. Gini. How about to be? Hey, my God, have mercy. And Adadiolama, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job. Gini. My people know how on a day. How on a day today? The zoo, they are panicking. They know they have entered one chance. As one man said, if they give me, never time. If they give me, never time. Something go happen, yeah. Something go happen today, one day more. If they give me, never time. Today, my people, there is fire on the mountain. Nigeria is panicking. They have entered from fry pan to fire. We want them. See, the first person they should discuss with was Nnamdi Kanu. When that pastor was shouting, dialogue now, I see a young puppy. Dialogue now. I see a young puppy. This puppy, the more the puppy is walking and looking backwards, more animals are following the puppy. And suddenly, this puppy was now growing wild features. The puppy was turning to a wild beast. Dialogue now to the Nigerian government. Dialogue now. I see a young puppy. Dialogue now. Tomorrow may be too late. Dialogue now. Those were the cries of the prophets from that zoo called Nigeria. They warned the Nigerian government, but they said no. We will not dialogue. We have Nnamdi Kanu now. Why should we dialogue? We have paid all those around Nnamdi Kanu. Those in his movement, we have bought them now. And they smoked him out. They told us he was in Kenya. They planned with us and we sent some mercenaries to go to Kenya and kidnap him. And we brought him to Nigeria. He's in custody in DSS. Why should we dialogue? We have him here and those working for him, they are in our payroll. So why should we dialogue? Those were the sentiments of Nigeria. They got the first warning to dialogue way back in 2021. I believe it was Prophet Ijila or whatever his name is. Bless him. He saw it coming. He told them, I see a young puppy. They assume Nnamdi Kanu was the puppy. Today, Simon Ekpa has risen up, the most beloved disciple of Nnamdi Kanu. And yet again, the stubborn Nigeria, following the old school of thought, those old, dirty, stinking men in their 80s, they assume once you blackmail the leader, everything else will fall into place. That's the assumption. Go for the leader. Blackmail him, kidnap him, cajole those around him to set him up. And somehow the others will wither away. They tried the same nonsense with Simon Ekpa. But today, before your eyes, like they never die phoenix, they never say die phoenix, a new leader has risen up out of the ashes. by the name Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, a deputy of Simon Ekpa. While Simon Ekpa is taking his time to answer the questions from Finland, a new leader has risen. This is the problem of Nigeria. Those old dirty stinking fools that rule that country. Some of them, they are dead, but Britain will give them a mask to wear because they want to maintain the status quo. It's so funny that some of these men, these so-called leaders in the 60s, they are still alive while our parents, some of us, our parents are already dead. These men, they were older than our parents. They are still alive. While our parents, they are already dead. It tells you something is going on. They assume the old school of thought, blackmail the leader, kidnap him, and everything will be fine. Kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra is dead. But today, in the absence of Simon Ekpa, a leader has risen up. In the name Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. She is the deputy prime minister of the United States of Biafra. Let that sink into the mind of that zoo called Nigeria. That will, it is no retreat, no surrender. 1,000,001 of us are still waiting by the ranks. I pray to God, you guys deal with Simon Ekpa and solve this problem and give us our baby Biafra. You better deal and discuss with Simon Ekpa and his deputy so that we can go in peace. Because one day, if this your stubbornness continue, there are some of us that are still waiting on the ranks. And people like us, we have our hearts at the back. We have the heart of stone. We shall show no pity, no mercy, no sympathy, no empathy to that zoo called Nigeria. That thing, when they run the economy of Nigeria, that thing will go into oblivion. Because we don't need it. We, the Biafrans, have been surviving without that nonsense that runs the economy of that zoo called Nigeria. That thing that you love, that thing that makes you say one Nigeria, you believe in one Nigeria. That nonsense. People like us, that thing will go into oblivion. The same way California is looking right now, some areas in California, Inferno, that thing you love so much, that thing that has become a curse for my people, that thing that you have used to destroy my people, all in the name of running an economy, a so-called economy. That thing that you share and you call it a national cake. People like us, in fact, make that they thank God. People like us, we show no pity. Our hearts, they for our back. So if you are wise enough, you better deal. Go to the drawing board. Have a discussion with Simon Ekpa and our deputy, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. My fellow Biafrans, without any much further ado, I will take this video back from the beginning, from the exaltation given by our sister, Adad Yolamma, the spiritual exaltation. It means a lot in this movement, in this quest for freedom. Without any much further ado, let's take it back to the TOP, back to the top, and I'll come back. Listen.
Thank you, my honorable COS.
Thank you so much. Again, I want to use this opportunity to thank our own leader, our own Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless you wherever you are.
Amadike, Ọhamadike kemụọ Ọhamadike Nnamdi Kanu igwe karịrị igwe mmiri karịrị mmiri alụsị karịrị alụsị oke mmụọ Ọhamadike ụmụ ga-akpọ ịnanụ Ọhamadike bịafula ekene Ọhamadike anyị agaghị echezọ gị n'oke mmụọ Ọhamadike Ọhamadike Ọhamadike
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Again, I use this opportunity to thank our defense forces, the Biafra Liberation Army, the Biafra Defense Forces, all our security, Biafra Navy, Biafra Defense, Biafra Air Force. I thank all of you for what you do day and night to make sure that our motherland is fully defended as quickly as possible from the enemies, from the reintegrated terrorists of the Nigeria state that come to our land to kill us. Thank you for what you are doing. Biafra is a free nation. We will continue to defend our land. It may take a little while, but I promise you what is coming, you will never ever dream or envisage. You may have a field day, the Nigerian terrorist state. You may continue to kill us, and you think you have succeeded. Christopher Musa, the Nigeria Defense Chief, we heard you boasting. We heard you boasting with the name of our Prime Minister. That Simon Ekpa, since he has been restricted, there is peace in Southeast. But you know, you are not being factual. You know you're telling lies to the world. You know that what you are saying is incorrect. The Nigerian state. You know what you did in the past month. You know how you sent the reintegrated terrorists to kill our people, kill innocent people. All they do is sitting in their homes, enjoying their Christmas and New Year holidays. You send your marauders, you send your terrorists to go into Biafra land and kill our people. And then you, Christopher Musa, you were bold to come on air and tell the world that since our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was restricted, that Southeast has been peaceful. Shame on you, Christopher Musa. Shame on all of you, the Southeast governors, for lying with the lives of our people. But I tell you, I promise you, these Biafrans you are seeing today, they are not the ones you know before. They are not the ones you've seen before, and you will never know our way. We will show you what it means to be independent. We will teach Nigeria. We will teach Nigeria and the terrorists they bring into our land a lesson that we never forget. You will run away from Biafra territory because as we stand, you are occupying a foreign state. So I want to tell Nigeria, I want to tell Christopher Musa and the terrorists he arranged and brought into our territory, the terrorists he arranged with some of our own Biafrans, the Ebubagos, the Southeast governors, the ones Soludo is putting together because of the upcoming election. The one who's on the map, they are mobilizing. Peter Mba and co. I want to tell you all now, Biafra is a free nation. What our leader Nnamdi Kanu did, and what you think our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa did, is going to be a piece of cake compared to what you are going to get, what is coming. For the sake of peace, I encourage you, Nigerian states, your military, your police, to quietly leave any Biafran territory. We have 40 states in the United States of Biafra. We've met all the criteria as an independent nation. Actually, we were a nation between 1967 and 1970. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is the manipulations of the Nigerian state to divide us into smaller units, smaller states. We've been able to harness all that. We've been able to come together. And Biafrans now know that they are true Biafrans. Our geographical map is out there. We've established that. We are having network. We are allying with nations that have supported us, not only between 1967 and 1970 and never denounced that. We are creating new alliances by the day. We've declared our independence in Finland on the 29th of November, 2024. We've met all the criteria, and we must defend our territory. Part of what we are doing today is part of that defense, part of that plan to make sure that the 40 states of Biafra, the state administrators and the governors, their security apparatus, they defend the whole Biafra land state by state. State by state. That is how it's going to be. Every fundraising we are going to do today, this is our first ever state by state fundraising. That money is going to go to the homeland. It is intended. It is going to help our homeland to be strong enough to defend our states. That is what our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu has said. Biafra is going to come from abroad. The defense of Biafra is going to be in homeland 24/7. In the next few weeks, Nigeria, we know that each state of Biafra, state by state, has taken up the task to defend our land. If you know what is coming, Christopher Musa, if you know what is coming, the killings you did to our people, the killings you've done in the past, the killings you are planning to do, we are going to confront you in the United States of Biafra. Not from the perspective of what you know before or what we've done in the past, but from a new and strange perspective. You and your people will pick race from every corner of Biafra land, and you will leave our land for the Biafra Liberation Army, for the Biafra Defense Forces. Those are the people we have recognized to defend our land. So on that note, I thank you, Biafrans. I know I was with you earlier for a few minutes, but I want you to be consistent. Do not be deterred. Do not be distracted by anybody. Lives have been lost. We are not playing. This is not a game. Let Nigeria and their terrorist people know there is no game they are going to bring in this United States of Biafra that we are not 10 steps ahead of them. Let the Nigeria state know we are right inside them, and there's no plan they do against us that we don't know. That is why this new crop of Biafrans that are doing this last lap, they need to go and ask questions, not from what they know before, but from what they do not know about some of us. Again, Biafrans, do not be distracted by anybody from anywhere. Most of you have seen some of these games be played out before. Nigeria is a terrorist state, and they can come in different forms. They can use different modus operandi. Biafra is a peaceful state. We are a disciplined state. We are going to continue to do things in a way that it is done in countries like the United States, like Europe, well-developed countries, because Biafra is going to be one of the best recognized and developed countries in the world. We are going to do things that exemplify us in our status by the things we say, by the things we do, by the actions we take. We will continue to do that. We can never, ever be dragged to such a low level of some miscreants parading themselves on air. Anybody can say anything, but at the end of the day, Biafrans know who are their leaders. Nobody can step out from the authority of our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, and the surrogate he has established. No matter what anybody says, no matter where they come from, remember that. If you love Obato Obie, you must continue to work with the United States of Biafra under my leadership, Dr. Ngozi Orobeze. Obato Obie has established that to the whole world. Nobody can move that. Nobody can shake that. And if they don't like what is going on, let Obato Obie come out right now, and we all sit on the table and finalize this matter. On that note, I hand this over to the Secretary of Finance, Pamdi. Thank you so much, Biafrans.
Okada Biafra ji eje ukwu na ama na bada nwere onye ọ na-ekwesị Okada binye awasi ese binye neno ụmụ Biafra ndo awasi os.
Adande Bonadege, the dollar so. Thank you so much.